Sure, pleasure to be here. My name is Alexander Zumdieck. I'm a physicist by training, but since 2007 I've been worrying about how technology actually changes the way we work. The work hasn't really changed, but the nature of work has changed a lot because it has all gotten a lot shorter. I think this is the largest impact that we have by technology. What, however, gets way more discussed are those I want to say qualitative changes in the sense that, oh, now finally we have the possibility to enable new ways of working, such as remote work in a totally different way than we had before, or we all follow the discussion around click and gig working, so work that is mediated by platforms, and that actually changes maybe also the way we think about employment. Technology has torn down frontiers that we before had, or boundary conditions that didn't make it feasible to do stuff, say, via long distance or something. Now we can do this, and so people who want to do that and who are able to do that productively have of course gained. Some jobs actually change. Typically we don't expect that jobs go away full stop, but the nature of job changes. If you think of the typical work profile of somebody working in a bank, so to speak, a desk clerk, 20 years ago and today, I think those two profiles of what he does are very, very different. So the job hasn't gone away, but has changed, and so have the requirements with the job. So for the individual person, it can be either very liberating to be on a constant learning curve, or very, very challenging. And I think we also see here, and this is where much of the fear comes from, people who are afraid of or who are actually at risk of losing out because they cannot keep up with the constantly changing and very often rising demands. Clearly they are profiting from it, right? I mean, this is why you see adoption left, right and center at various speeds and with various focal points, but companies at large are very open to new technologies, and at least the successful ones always have been. I think what they do in their own self-interest is to qualify a certain subset of their employees with those new technologies, with with the ideas of making them more useful to the company. I think as a society we could also think about whether it makes sense to task those companies also with a qualification of those people where they don't see an immediate payoff for their own company. Right? People spend a lot of time at work. Maybe it's worthwhile to think about, hey, how do we use that time also to ensure that everyone who works there continues to learn and has perspectives above and beyond his day job.